Hello friends, it's Sweta here. Welcome to another crafty video at Brutus Monroe. Today I'm using the Groovy Grid stencil along with some Chroma Glaze. I have 4 of them here, and I'm also using the pixie spray. That's gonna help hold down the stencil properly, and I'm using it on the craft cardstock. I also have the matching distress oxide colors, matching in the sense they match as closely as possible. And what I want to do is first layer the distress oxide inks underneath the glazes so that they pop on the craft cardstock. I'm going to start with the picked raspberry right at the top. Next will be spiced marmalade, followed by seedless preserves. I decided to go over one more time with spiced marmalade and picked raspberry just to darken the background a little more. I'm going to quickly clean the stencil since it has the extra distress oxide ink sitting on the top. I'm going to clean that so that my chroma glazes don't get contaminated. I'm going to start with the orange chroma glaze. Next, I have the pink chroma glaze. I'm making sure to cover the top part first, since once I touch the orange glaze, it's gonna get mixed up and I don't want to put that back into the jar. But I don't mind the blending on the stencil. Next, I'm going to use the purple chroma glaze. Just make sure you're cleaning your tool, whatever you're using to spread the glaze. Just make sure you clean that in between each application. The chroma glaze does take a little longer to air dry. You could use a heat tool to speed up this process. Once it was dry, I die cut a mini slimline panel from it. And I love the texture. It almost feels like a faux leather kind of effect. I'm using a stamp set called Bunches of Love that was released earlier this year. I'll be inking up this stamp set with Raven Black ink from Brutus Monroe. Next, I'm going to use the Prismacolor pencils to color up this image. And since it is on craft cardstock, it's going to look a little different. And here it is all done. And I've added small little highlights in the bouquet with some shimmer spray. First, I decided to use the night shift embossing powder on the panel, but that didn't look quite right for the sentiment. So I decided to cover it up, use a vellum strip, and then ink up the sentiment on the vellum strip. Next, I'm going to stick down my mini slimline panel onto the card base and add some foam tape to the girl holding the bunch of flowers. And finally, it's time to add just a few embellishments on the top to finish off the card. I hope you liked this card. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And while you're here, subscribe to the Brutus Monroe channel and check out all the links for the products below. Thank you for watching.